Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Manchester City Show. Man Them United podcast beats the Man Them City podcast, where we talk all things in regards to both Manchester clubs. Bruno Fernandes says top four realistic aim for Manchester United. So we'll be discussing that as well as Manchester United's defeat to Liverpool, unfortunately. In regards to Manchester City, it looks like their 5p is well and truly on. Another hat trick for Haaland, 7 goals in 3 games. Veta will be here shortly, people, so don't worry about that. Big up to everyone that's locked in, though. Love to everyone that's locked in. Big up everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. But make sure you run up the likes, though. Hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. That's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, and that's me, Flawless. Retweet, like on Twitter/X, share on the Instagram, and just as important as those two things as well, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Like I said, get your questions in, people. Just please keep them Manchester United or Manchester City related. I will star the best questions. And of course, if you want to make sure your question gets read out, super chat, people. But big up to everyone that is locked in. Big up Warrior J already, who's been kind enough to drop Bruno Fernandes comments in the comment section. So I will get to those in a second. Big up to my little bro in the court. Hope you're blessed, little bro. And tell Pops and your mama said hello as well. Big up to Sai, says big up Flawless. Hit the like button. Big up to Sai each and every time. Thomason, big up Flawless. Hussein, Issa says, we'll get to that. Bruno's a shocking player. He creates no chances for you, man. Big up Flawless. Work rate 2 a match. Big up JT, man. Big up to you. Chinlu. Big up Flawless in the chat. Shout out to you as well. Thomason says 10 fraud will be gone when Southampton beat you. That ball fraud is out of his depth. You think they sack him if we lose to Southampton? Again, there's a lot of confidence from Manchester United fans. And I've seen rival fans stay here as well. It ain't confidence from them that they're going to sack him soon. I don't see it. I don't think he gets sacked this year. That's what I go as far to say. I don't think he gets sacked this year. But that's just me, though. What is going on? Why is this not charging? Oh, it is charging. I thought my laptop wasn't charging for a second. And even though it's international break, United news pops out of nowhere. That is fact. So, in regards to just the comments, and obviously these are out of context because we don't know the full comments, but it's still unacceptable. Fernandes says, I am perfectly aware that with Manchester United, that this Manchester United is not ready to win the Premier League. We are indeed fighting for the title with the concrete and real objective of trying to finish in the top 4 in the places that give access to the Champions League. The thing is, he's not wrong in regards to saying Manchester United is not ready to win the Premier League. That is spot on. But what I don't like is the captain saying this. Why are you saying this? Make it make sense. You're supposed to lie to the people then. I don't understand. How does this fill your teammates with any confidence if you're the captain of the ship is saying, we are perfectly aware that we are not ready to win the Premier League 3 games in. And the top 4 as well, not going to win the Europa League, not going to win the FA Cup, not going to win the League Cup. Top 4 in the places that give access to the Champions League, like top 4 is, there's no trophy for top 4. Europa League is there. I said from the start of the season, the aim should be Europa League. That should be Manchester United's number 1 option. That should be the number 1 objective. That should be top of the list. That should be top of the priority list, Europa League. The fact that the captain's saying this tells you all you need to know. That's why I said this is your king. How'd you turn around and say this? He's not wrong in what he's saying in regards to Manchester United not being equipped and ready to win the Prem. But why say this? In years gone by where Manchester United wouldn't have been good enough under Fergie, do you think players will come out at the start of the season and say this? The start of the season and say, yeah, we're not ready to win the Premier League. We're indeed fighting for the title. But the real objective is top 4, not the Europa League. Top 4. All right, sure. Okay, and this is some people's kings. All right. Big up Brush, good to see you in the chat as well. These mad quotes always be coming out on international duty. That is facts. That is absolute facts. Saying top 4 is a United target. This fraud is our captain. Bruno and Ten Hag are a match made in heaven. Bunch of fraudulent losers. You know what they say about the captain is a mirror image of the manager. Mojo is not having it. And you're right, Mojo. You're right. 110% you're right. Shouldn't be saying this. Facts flawless. We currently set up to be a cup team, and that should be the aim. The aim should be Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup, but you don't turn around and say it publicly. Like, Brush, you know it. I know it. I think most reasonable Manchester United fans in the chat know it, and worldwide know it, that Manchester United are not equipped to go and win the Premier League. But why is the captain coming out and saying that? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But I think it's Bruno Fernandes. Tells you what you need to know. I was actually looking for my comb. I had it before, but here we are. Big up Sheik every time. Big up Barrio. Big up Zir Talks as well. Yes, run up the likes as well. We're only at 16. Let's get up to 20 likes. And make sure you share this across all the socials as well. I don't know what Bruno's on. So in regards to that, Bruno Fernandes effect is crazy. But yeah, questions is rare. You lot have me on here by myself. So get your questions in regards to the Manchester United Liverpool game. And when Beta gets it, he'll have his take on it as well. The result, I can't say I predicted us to win. I'm always going to predict us to win. Fuck Liverpool. So 110%, I'm always going to say that. But was the performance a shock or surprise to me? No. I've been playing that way. I've been saying, said it all, and I will continue to say it. I said it all pre-season long, all summer long. I said this team is not good enough. This manager is woeful. We are doing nothing of note. Anyone who thinks we can finish top 3, top 4, top 5 is in dreamland. Absolute dreamland. Anyone who thought we was going to play vastly different because of Van Nistelrooy, because of Hack, because of Ineos, because of Ratcliffe and Wilcox and Barada and Ashworth, we were going to play that nonsense. And you're seeing it right now play out after 3 games. Dreamland. Hope. I said all of this. Like when I kept saying, who is scoring our goals? Who is creating for Manchester United? And it was the new car smell. And because we signed some players and because we got a new structure and a partly new ownership, that people got gassed. And I said all of this. Oh, you just hating? Or you just being negative? You just never got nothing positive to say. What are them people saying now? What are them people? Them people are sounding more negative than me. Negative, and I put negative in quotation marks. And people sound even worse than me now. Now it's Ineos out. Now it's Ten Hag out. Now it's these players ain't good enough. Now it's criticizing Bruno. Now it's criticizing Rashford and Mount and Garnacho. Not good enough. And they weren't good enough to begin with. So why all of a sudden were they going to become good enough this season? We were talking 90 goals. 88 league goals, 85 league goals, 80 league goals, 75, 70 league goals, 75 to 85. Why? Just because of hope or they must? What does that mean? What does that mean? Or they must be capable. They're not capable. Not under this manager. Far from it. Absolute far from it. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Absolute foolishness. And people bought it. And I'd understand it from youngers. If you're a teenager or a youngster, I kind of get it. Because you can get lost in it. I was a fan like that. I understand your emotions getting the better of you as a Manchester United fan if you are a teenager. If you're 18, 19, I'm not expecting you to have the emotional control and emotional intelligence of someone who is 25, someone who's 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. But for fans who have been here watching for years, especially fans who've seen the Ferguson years, especially you've been watching this since, like, if you're a fan, you've been watching this from the 90s or the early 2000s, there's no excuse. If you remember those years, to get lost and look at this team and believe this team was ever good enough to do anything of note. People looked at me crazy when I said 7th. Now certain people are predicting lower than 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th over the same mid-table team. Again, hopium is crazy. But at least if it's hopium, state that. These fans only criticize when it's trendy to do so. I hear you, JT. Now everyone's talking about Ineos. You know, Ineos must change it. Ineos under pressure, fans are saying, and all this foolishness. What beforehand? And I was, we don't remember the conversation. We don't need Tony. We don't need Ivan Toney. Remember that we don't need Ivan Toney. We don't need a left winger. We don't need a left back. We don't need another midfielder. And I banged on about this because we don't have the players to cover up for the deficiencies of the manager. We don't have the manager to cover up for the deficiencies of the players. Therefore, it's a match made in shit. Because you don't have one or the other. It's not like Villa when they got Emery. I use them as the example all of the time. When Gerrard was there and they was battling relegation and was in 17th place, nobody looked at the Aston Villa side and said, that's a Europa League side. They're European level. Emery went there, signed nobody and finished 7th. Because coaching matters. They had a manager who was good enough to cover up for the deficiencies of the players. Then they added more quality to the side. And then they still exceeded everyone's expectation or general consensus by finishing 4th. No one had them as a Champions League side. Now we look at Villa fully as a Champions League side, or at least bare minimum a European side. But hey, we move. Well, welcome to the show. Let's see what he's got to say today. Let's see who's gaslighting today. Big on man like Vader in the cut. Yes, Vader, what are you telling me?
Yo, Flawless.
What are you telling me?
Yo. I see you in red right now. You know how I like to sport the blue. We're going to talk about it today, but I had to put this man on screen for the recognition that he deserves. I know you're in a tough spot right now. We're going to talk about it.
Oh, we're going to talk about it. Yeah,
we also got to recognize this Haaland, the best. We got to recognize him. Those of you on Spotify, you're listening, but you're not seeing this. You're not seeing the imagery that's happening. You're also not going to see the entrance that you're about to witness. Flawless. Man. I mean, we can't all be winning at the same time. When United were doing their thing, City were at the bottom. And to have sympathy for you right now, as City's at the top, you're not even at the bottoms of what City were going through when you were doing your thing. So, boy to boy, I'm with you. I feel for you. But club-wise, this ain't rock bottom, Flawless. This ain't as bad as it's been. This ain't Division 2. So, for the fans that kind of have a little copium, for the fans that are like, it's all right, we'll get better. Don't freak out. Don't be stressing out. Ineos out. Ten Hag out. Omar. You might want Omar out, but give it some time. These players, and I said this a few shows ago, those of you on Spotify aren't seeing this, but you're hearing it. I think we need a little more time. For those of you in the chat, because I don't read the chat, but you can show it to Flawless. What was that destination in Russia that had that nuclear accident? I think that's United. They're still radioactive. The radioactive levels are too high. It's dangerous at United. Things can't prosper. Things can't grow just yet. But be patient. Be patient. That's what you need. Because when I tell you, you haven't hit rock bottom. You haven't hit rock bottom. But yo, thanks for having me on the show, man. Love as always. We feeling good. This international break feels nice. Nice, Flawless.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad about the international break. Fuck the international break is here, man. I get a break from Manchester United already. 3 weeks. I'm glad. I'm glad, man.
He's ready. I think it's a nice, things kind of simmer down a little bit. We can all have like a perspective on, this is what we saw. Here's what we saw from the players. Here's what we saw the manager or coach. I have a manager. Many other clubs have coaches. But here's what we have seen so far, and then reassess. Let's speak about City just for a second, Flawless. Just for a second.
And big up Andre from Zambia as well. Shout out to my
large up, man.
Big up.
Now, this striker, and I'm just going to refer to him as a striker because I heard all the slanders. I heard that he's not a complete footballer. I heard that he's quote unquote one-dimensional. One of your legends, one of your greats said that he's a Division 2 player. Mad disrespectful. So for players that want to label him, put him in a box, categorize him, minimize him, I'm cool with it. He is about to show, and he's showing the world when I say this, because I'm out here in Toronto, across the pond, miles and miles, kilometers away. There's a buzz for this man. There's a buzz for his kit, for his jersey. So let him just be a goal scorer. he is inspiring kids to want to score goals. Maybe not like him, but to want to put the ball in the back of the net. And we have not seen a player do it like this. We have not. No one, nobody. So give this man his respect. All you haters, keep doing it because it looks like it fuels them. And we are witnessing, as great as everyone has had, the great players that they've had at their other clubs. Arsenal fans, you know the greats you want to list off. United fans, you guys want to list off all the greats you have. Andy Cole is underrated, in my opinion. Underrated.
Super underrated.
Ridiculous. But when you talk about all the clubs, the Harry Kanes, you want to talk about whoever. No one's done it like him. And I've had great strikers at City. I've had Aguero, and Aguero was nasty. Aguero, if you want to talk about complete footballer. But there's something to be said about not having to be or necessarily needing to be a complete footballer to be proficient at what you do. I'm okay with him not having to be the perfect musician. He doesn't have to be able to play every instrument. He doesn't have to be able to compose, write, play. I don't care. But when you go on that drum set, if you kill it, that's all I need. He is a dangerous, clinical, very not wasteful at all. Like when you really think about it, he's not wasteful with what he does in the game. And when I say that is, he doesn't say, hey, give me 15, 20, 25 touches just so I'm involved. Nah, I don't. Guys, I don't care. I don't need the touches. Let me continue to work on this defensive line. Let me have them second guessing whether I'm going to run off their shoulder or if I'm playing tight. Let them keep guessing on that. I don't need the touches. Let me show how proficient I am because I'm going to score goals with the least amount of touches. Now, see how I flipped that? CIA, Cite Intelligent Agendas. You guys want to run and talk about, oh, he doesn't have enough touches? Well, guess what? He's scoring without those touches. Proficiency, efficiency. So, haters, keep bringing it. This guy's going to continue. Look at that. Look at the hair flowing. He's going to continue to show you why you need to rethink how you look at the game, why you need to rethink how you define a player. And I think the goal scoring record, and it doesn't even sound so crazy for me to say this right now, but it's in jeopardy. It's in jeopardy. Yeah. His third season, he broke it the first season. He was injured for 2 months and still got the golden boot. Man's on a madness.
Yeah.
And it looks like flawless. It looks like everybody, not just KDB. Before it was kind of like only KDB that was looking for him. Now we got Rico Lewis. Now we got Gundogan back. Now we got Savinho. My apologies. He changed his name. And
Savinho been on board.
These men are These men are looking for Haaland. I saw what you were about to do there.
I don't do that, but you know what you did. Don't do that. You know exactly what you did.
These men, including Jack Grealish, are looking to give this man the service that he needs. And this goal scoring record is in jeopardy again. And I tell you this, it's not going to be one of those frivolous, wasteful, oh, I got the goal scoring record and it amounts to nothing. It's not going to be one of those. He's not going to be a player just getting goals for goals. He's not going to be a player stat padding. No, he's going to get these goals. It's going to matter. It's going to result in trophies. So no empty calories. Shout out to you Liverpool fans and you Spurs fans that had men scoring for fun. This man's going to be scoring and delivering trophies. And I had to give the man a proper intro. Thank you, Flawless.
No, of course, man. It's only right to talk your ish because it's super impressed with you lot. Rush you lot, and I was like, I'm tired of these. Game week 3, the same way I'm tired of Manchester United. Even though I'm saying the same sentence, it means the different things. The same way I'm tired of Manchester United, I watched City in that game. I'm just like, I'm tired of these men already too. End the season, Dave, man. I'm tired already.
No, Flawless, you can't be tired already.
I'm tired already.
I can understand you being tired of seeing something like so disastrous as United. I get that.
Oh, and now it's disastrous. So we're not finishing. We still finishing top 4. You had us 3rd. Where did you have us 4th?
Oh, the start to the season is disastrous.
Oh, see, so yeah, that don't answer my question. So you still got us 4th, yeah?
Oh, actually, I got you guys 3rd.
Oh, you got us 3rd. So do you still have us 3rd? Sorry, my mistake.
I currently still have you 3rd because I'm not going to make a rash, emotional decision just 3 games into the season. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man TJ.
But TJ every single time.
I'm gonna continue to assess, get some more stats,
Yeah, some more information and more stats.
Yeah,
Are we still scoring? How many goals do you say we getting? 75, you said.
I said it's 70-ish.
70-ish, yeah? You still confident in that?
Yeah, I'm still confident in that. You got to get some players back. I mean, I think Bruno needs to shake whatever is having him look as poor as he's been.
That's been Bruno like for the past 2 years. But
he's got to shake it off. I need Ollie Bruno. I need that Bruno.
He's not been here since 2019, my friend. It's 2024.
We got to get him back. I don't know what it is.
There's nothing to get back.
Is he in a committed relationship? What's going on? Whatever it is,
he's just not very good, Vader. He's just not very good.
Nah, come on, man. Come on. I can't.
So we realized that someone said he's played 2,000 more minutes than Pogba did in his Manchester United career, and he only got 3 more assists.
Yo, that's disgusting.
But this is the guy you're saying is going to come back. He's just not very good.
We'd have to look at who were the scoring options for Pogba for me to accurately say one versus the other.
Well,
I think
this is the lineup you're backing to get 70 goals, so you should be all right.
I can see 70 goals just because I don't think the defense in the league is really all that. I think Ten Hag can come up with, hey, here's the proficiencies that I can get.
So, all right, so you want to reassess it because we could do this properly now because we know what Manchester United are. So we'll start with Bruno. How many league goals do you think Rashford gets? No, Bruno.
See, Rashford is killing me right now. I don't know what is Rashford in a committed relationship.
It's kind of like I told you that Rashford is no good. Are you trying to gaslight me and others?
No, he is good because he was good 2 seasons ago when he was playing for a contract. And I see this all the time in North American sports.
That girl was pretty 2 years ago, but she ain't pretty now. Is she still pretty?
Well, what's got her not pretty? Is she just not keeping herself well?
Yes.
Has she lost a little too much weight in the areas that we like to see weight in?
You either gained or lost. But the point I'm making is, let's get to it. How many league goals is Bruno getting? This is what I want to know. I want to break down the 70 goals. It's gonna be good.
You're so goal fascinated. I mean,
wait, what were you just talking about with the picture of the guy behind you?
Yeah. But this is a unicorn. This is
100%. And it's kind of like you don't score outside of him. You don't really get goals.
I mean, we get goals, but flawless. Real quick.
Go on.
Before Haaland, we had couldn't find who we wanted to take our penalties. There was not a player that was reliable, killer, would do it. Funny enough, actually, probably second to Haaland, the best penalty taker is Ederson. Another reason why I claim him.
You lot got terrible. Yeah, you lot for as good
we have
as
terrible
penalty takers,
from the spot, terrible takers. But since Haaland's return has been nasty. So, I mean, we were scoring goals, but we were also leaving a lot of goals on that pitch, and we were trying to pass it in at times. The false nine, yes, we won the league with the false nine, but that's not something you want to do on the regular, because what I think Pep realizes, if teams want to make things difficult, just congest the 18-yard box. We know that these midfielders are going to. So Haaland's a different man. But when we talk about goals,
let's get to it. Goals, yeah. So how many league goals is Rashford getting? How many league goals is Rashford getting, in your opinion?
Rashford at minimum has to give me.
Well, it's going to be good.
I know
it's going to be lower. I know it's going to be lower than you said a couple weeks ago. So this is going to be good. Go on.
If you still have the stats out there, I mean, he hasn't scored yet for the season.
No, we scored 2 goals this season so far. We scored 2 goals in 3 games.
2 goals in 3. Okay.
Yeah. So Rashford's getting what? Sorry.
Rashford's got to give you a dozen.
So Rashford getting 6. Okay.
Right. No, a dozen. 12. He's got to give you 12.
Oh, no, half a dozen. Sorry. So Rashford's giving us 12. Bear in mind, in 3 games, this is a man who hasn't had a shot yet, but he's given us 12 goals. Not had a shot on target. He hasn't had a shot in general. That's so crazy. Rashford's giving us 12. Haaland's giving us how many?
Haaland centrally, he should have given you 12 last season.
So he's saying 12, yeah?
Yeah, he's got to give you 12. Okay. He's got to give you 12.
All right. Cool. Garnacho?
I think I got Garnacho giving you 9, 10.
Okay. 9, 10? You going to say 9 or do you want to say 10?
Let's go with 9.
Okay, we'll go with 9. Okay. Diallo is giving us.
Diallo's looking really promising.
Yeah.
He's looking really promising. I don't know if I had him high in terms of goal scoring before, but
no, you didn't because you're a sensible guy. We're going.
that competition between him and Garnacho right now on that right side, I think it's a healthy one,
Okay.
and I think it's going to be a result of him, Rashford, that competitiveness. Maybe you know what? Put him down for 11.
Diallo 11. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
put
go.
him down for 11. I think he's going to
All
be
right, so
the.
Diallo at 11. Xerxes.
See, you were talking up Xerxes, and I was like, you were saying he was probably do a little better than Haaland. What do I have Haaland at?
You said Haaland. You said 12,
12.
which is crazy, but we move.
Nah, come on, Flawless. Didn't he have 10 last season? I think he
Yeah.
had 10 goals last season, so that's not
He,
too bad.
he also went 0016, but we move as you were.
Let the man live. He's corrected that. How long is Xerxes healthy?
Yeah, Xerxes. Yeah, Xerxes.
All
Yeah, he's
right,
good. He's good.
you know what? Put him down. Put him down for a clean 10. Clean 10.
Okay, so we getting having 4 players so far who are gonna hit double figures, and Garnacho's getting 9. All right, cool. Bruno, how many?
Bruno's your penalty taker.
Yeah, because we look like we gonna win lots of penalties this season. So yeah,
I think you see. Here's the thing. I think you're winning some with Haaland back. I think
okay.
you're winning penalty. I like his physicality.
Okay.
I like his running, trying to get behind the line. I feel like he's running through the channels. But Bruno, man, he was skying some terrible.
I know I'm Mary. I know. We just letting him finish. Let him dig his grave. It's cool. Then we'll push him.
Let's put Bruno at this captaincy's mess. Put Bruno at 8.
Okay, so Bruno at 8. All right, so you've got, because Anthony don't count, Mount don't count, Sancho's gone. So you got 62 from 5.
62 from 5 players.
Yeah, 62 from 5 players. Because you had Rashford at 12, you had Haaland at 12, you had Diallo at 11, Bruno at 8, somebody at 10. Who was there at 10? Would have been Haaland at 10. Oh, Xerxes.
Yeah.
No, Xerxes at 10.
Xerxes.
Yeah, we're getting 62 from 5. All right, cool.
Now,
yeah, maybe as we'll point out, 4 or more 10 plus goal scorers for United is nuts. Even City only had 3 last season. But yeah, man, we're getting, according to Veta, we're getting 62 goals from 5 players. You heard it here first, right on Sarcasm City TV, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I got to look at it that way in terms of like where they would be scoring from. Now, if I were to also really break this down and look at like goal contributions, like look at where the assists were going to come from, then it would be a lot more spread out, because I think obviously other players are going to get involved. You're going to get some, Mano's going to get in the mix at some point, so goals drop off somewhere else, set pieces, corners. But when I said that United will score around 70-ish, yeah, it'll be 70-ish. Maybe it's not the breakdown of the players like we just went through. And I appreciate what Flawless was doing in terms of asking how these players should do.
Yeah, because we see how nonsensical and bizarre it is when it's broken down. Like, bear in mind, you're not the first person I've had this conversation with. There's many people in the chat.
Wallace, who put up the comment though? Who put up the comment? Not even City had more than so and so.
God of a Mary. Shout out to Mary.
All right, this is what I want to point out though. If you're watching, you can obviously see that I got this man. Everything goes through this man. That's why. Hold on. That's why goals through committee, which City have done in the past, goals by committee, where we had Gundogan, where we had Sterling, where we had KDB, where we had Mahrez. Everyone kind of stepping up. No one really going crazy, but around
name them players 15. Again. Name them players again. Sorry, you said
Sterling.
Yeah. Who else? Raheem Sterling.
Gundogan.
Mahrez. Okay. Who else?
KDB.
Yeah. And who else?
I mean, I didn't mention them, but Bernardo Silva.
So we're saying 5 of the best players we've ever seen, 5 of the best players in the Premier League in the past 10 years or so, compared to Haaland, Xerxes, Rashford, Bruno, Garnacho. I see the comparison. I understand.
Flawless is trying to be slick real quick.
I'm not being slick. I'm just saying. Like, I see the comparison between the two. You know what I'm saying? Bernardo Silva, you got Bruno Fernandes. You got a better Portuguese. Mahrez. Oh, who cares about Mahrez when we got Alejandro Garnacho?
Oh my goodness. Nah, what I'm trying to
as you want.
Oh my goodness. Nah, I'm not trying to get. I'm
great.
trying to share. Honestly, I'm not trying to gaslight. I'm trying
You
to
do
share
know
a
when
different
you
perspective.
score 90 to like 100 goals, and Liverpool have done it, and Arsenal done it in the past, you don't get 4 to 5 players who hit double figures. You might get a couple, and then everyone else is like 7s and 8s and stuff like that. Like if we run through, even Arsenal got 91. I think only 2 of their players hit double figures.
Okay, so
I think it was just Saka and Havertz, and then you had like Odegaard
so
and a few
flawless.
others. But yeah, you're right. You know what? Vega's onto something. Peak Sterling versus Garnacho. I can't even pick between the two. I'm not gonna lie. I
Miles,
ain't
don't
even
do
gonna
that.
lie, man.
Don't
I
try to
don't
set
know,
me up.
Miles. Bruno versus Bernardo Silva. I don't know. Kevin De Bruyne or Hoyle.
Miles, don't try to
I
set me
don't
up
know.
like that. That's
Hey,
not
Miles,
cool.
I hate Miles. You know what? I hear you, man.
Nah,
I don't
we
like
don't
the
hear
laughing
you, Miles.
emojis
We
at the
don't hear
end,
you.
man.
What
All right, Vega,
I
hear you.
Nah, we ain't hearing you. We ain't hear you. What I'll say is if it so happens not to be that concentrated amongst those players in terms of goal scoring, like Flawless just mentioned, if it was goal scoring by committee, where he just pointed out Arsenal and only a few had double figures and the rest were spread out. Yeah, I didn't even go on to say maybe 1 or 2 from Maguire. I didn't go on to say maybe a few from Martinez. I didn't go on to say maybe a few from a couple from Mano, right? Like we understand that there's going to be those chances at goals, but I don't think it's too much of a stretch.
So it's road to we need now 68 goals from 35 games. So basically we got to score 2 or more per game, just under that currently, because there's 35 games left now. And we scored 2 and 3. So now we gotta get 2. We gotta get 2 a game. Sure, I see.
Apologies for those of you on YouTube watching me. I happen to be eating a patty right now. Apologies.
That's cool. Oh yeah, I could do with a pie. I had a couple yesterday. But what patty is it?
Beef patty.
Oh
beef
yeah,
patty.
yeah. They're the ones there. Yeah.
Spicy too, spicy. So I gotta go.
And... you get some water.
I gotta get a drink. But one thing I'll say is, with regards to goal scoring, if you guys happen to come up against, I don't even know who's the worst defense in the league right now.
Probably Everton.
You telling me you guys can't put several past them?
Yeah, true. So when we start, what we're gonna start doing, because normally I don't. I'll start asking you, not only when I ask you City predictions, I ask you for your Manchester United prediction for the next game. There's gonna be a lot of goals if your predictions come true. Gonna be a lot of goals, fam.
Who do you play after the break?
Southampton away.
That's promising game, no? Oh, it's away. Are you worried that it's away?
Yeah, exactly. Earlier, away. Early kickoff. Hear what I said? Early kickoff away on the south coast after an international break. Yeah, even Vega can't lie about this one.
Yeah, that's a tricky
one.
Yeah,
so are we scoring 2 goals there, Vega? Forget the result. Do you think we're scoring 2 goals?
You should score 2 guys. Who traveled? Who got called up instead?
For probably everyone you would expect, the usual in terms of the attack, the usual suspects. Apart from Rashford, he don't play for England. But everyone else would have got called up. Like Xerxes, I presume, Haaland's injured, Mount's injured, no loss. Xerxes would have got called up. Bruno would have got called up. Garnacho would have got called up. I'm not sure about Diallo.
Okay.
Hey, tell him again. Lost more away games than we've won under this gaffer, by the way, Vega. Shout out to Miles, man. That's a true fact. It's a true fact. But hey, Vega said we scoring 70 league goals. It's only 68 more to go, people. 68 in 35 games, which is just under 2 a game, people.
Yeah.
We've barely had, how many games have we had? We barely have shots on target, but hey, we move.
Hey, honestly, instead of 68, it should be 67 because Xerxes should have never touched that goal that went offside.
That's what we're doing.
All right,
now.
so let's remember that. Let's remember that.
Because that counts. Yeah, that counts. You know what I'm saying? Because it was an offside goal. That
was part of my calculations.
That counts, man. That counts. Make sure you subscribe to this Joke Man's channel.
Yo, come on, do the damn thing. You know what it is.
We're finishing third, man. Like I said, we finishing third. Like I'm telling Manchester United fans, we are doing nothing of note this season, just to clarify. Go on.
Now, all right. I said third. I believe you said 6th or 7th.
I said 7th.
7th.
Yeah.
Is that still where you see based off what you saw, or you think it's
yes?
Lower?
It's still 7th.
7th.
But it's more 8th than it is 6th. Put it that way.
I hear that.
It's more 8th than 6th.
Now, I've heard this many times,
Go on.
and I see the tons of different descriptions with some of these content creators right now, like
Mhm.
head loss, raging.
Mhm.
Do you honestly believe that you have enough quality at United and it's strictly just the manager? Like, do you think
Quality,
you have an
quality to
like
do
is
what?
is seventh because of the manager?
Oh yeah, definitely,
So
definitely.
when I say third, it's not too crazy if you had a different manager.
The third is a bit mad. I would say fourth. I think third
Fourth.
is a bit mad because I think the three best teams in the country are clearly above everybody else. You lot, Arsenal and Liverpool, are the three best teams in the country. I
All
think
right.
you're a cut above everyone else.
So
Then I
don't
think
kill me
everyone
in the
else is in the
chat.
mesh.
Don't kill me in the chat. I still haven't given up on this manager, but I expected
You ain't giving
more.
up on who? Ten Hag.
Eric Ten Hag,
You,
yeah.
you ain't giving up on him to do what? Well, what are you looking for him to do? What's the give up?
No, I'm
You
not.
still backing Ten Hag, yeah? Ten
Yeah, I'm
Hag in.
backing Ten Hag to be able
Oh yeah,
to.
of
Right.
course you're Ten Hag in. Notice the badge
No,
underneath in people.
don't do that. Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
what? Notice the badge underneath in people. Look at the
That's
smile on
not
his face.
why.
Now it's
That's
Ten
not
Hag
why.
in.
No, that's not why I'm
So you
Ten
still
Hag.
have belief this manager can do
I
what?
still
Finish
have
third.
belief because I still have belief. Let me break this down because again, it's all logical.
Yeah,
Right?
man, break
This
it
is
down.
not
It's
emotion.
nothing but logic, man. Yeah, I hear you, man.
All logic. When you
All
have
logic.
shout out to all the United fans that were like, listen, this is a new era. This is a
Yeah,
rebuild. This
shout
is
out to them.
yeah, shout out to them because oh, this guy made me laugh. Stop it. Now, shout out to all the United fans that were like, yo, this is a new phase, right? No, not quite new ownership, but hey, new partnership, Ineos. And the reason why I had faith in this manager is because I was like, yo, Ineos coming through, making footballing decisions, and them saying, you know what? They've assessed season 1, which they weren't a part of. They assessed season 2, which they came in a little late. And they were like, you know what? Footballing decisions, what we see, we're giving this man a third year. So I had that same confidence and like, you know what? And we've gone back and forth on this in terms of don't just look at season 2 because he also had season 1. And I thought we were going to see more of what he's, and again, it's only 3 games in, but I thought we'd see more of what he did as a coach, not a manager, because that got stripped away in season 1 for him to do this season. When you got Ineos making footballing decisions, shout out to all the United fans that are like, listen, new phase, new era. And you got Omar pretty much coming from Manchester City. You know the success that's happened over here. This is the man that aspired to be a CEO because he wasn't going to be that with who we had over at our staff. But he goes over there. When you got those two brilliant combinations of Ineos and Omar coming from Manchester City, them making decisions on Eric Ten Hag, I was like, okay, I think it makes sense. I think it's going to work out.
Yeah, man. And
so I think,
and many other United fans, they're not United fan, but many other United fans also was on the same thought process as you, and a lot of them have jumped off that boat. But
see, why are they jumping off the boat? It's only 3 games though.
Because they was expecting miles different. That's why. That's what you don't understand, Vader. That's what they were expecting, was for Manchester United to look significantly different.
Could it not just be the case of Liverpool being surprisingly that good right now?
Forget Liverpool. Fulham and Brighton games, they're the 2. That's where the issue lies. Because people, hear what I'm saying, people were expecting Manchester United to look significantly different. Not a slight different. They were looking for United to look significantly different and be significantly better. And when these 2 things didn't happen, people lost their minds. And it was me who told you and told everybody else on this platform, every other platform, nothing is changing. This manager's rubbish. These players are not good enough. It's going to be a bumpy ride this season. Buckle up, 2 seatbelts, and do your best to get through it. Yeah, all good. Do your thing, man. Make sure you run up the likes. He's going to get some water. Them patties burning out his mouth. But yeah, run up the likes, people. Hit the subscribe button. Shouts to my guy, Very. He a real one. Hilarious, done. Knows what he's talking about. But he just try and gaslight us, and it's like, no. But he's picked Manchester United third. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I keep talking about this because I was told I was negative. I was told I was just not positive about anything, and I didn't know what I was talking about. And United are going to score 70 goals, Vader said. 70. 70. So we now need 68 from 35 games. Which is just under 2 a game. Hey, chat, let me know, when's the next game you lot think we actually score twice in a league game. Forget the result. So you could even be in a 3-2 loss or a 2-2 draw or 4-2 loss or whatever. Let me know the next game you think the next games, I'll say, from now to the end of the year. Look at the fixture list from now to the end of the year and tell me the games you genuinely think we're going to score 2 goals in. I said Everton at home, Any other games, Warrior J? So multiple games, not just Everton at home. But if there's any other games. Bear in mind, Southampton away, Palace away, Spurs at home, Villa away, Brentford at home, West Ham away, Chelsea at home, Leicester at home, Ipswich away, Everton at home, Arsenal away, Forest at home, City away, Bournemouth at home, Wolves away, Newcastle at home. That is it. Ipswich, Tottenham at home. Notice how you might have just saying 1 games and 2 games. Bear in mind it's September, so we got all September, we have October, we have November, we have December. So we got 4 months, and man ain't even put in 4 games. So it's less than a game a month that people think we are going to score 2 goals in a game.
Oh, that's back to what that's messed up.
It's not messed up.
Why are they so pessimistic? Not being able. What? Why?
It's not pessimistic. Look at our attack. So hold on.
No, but the optimism. That's crazy. Speaking of preseason, there were good signs in preseason, no?
Yeah, there was great signs in preseason.
Wasn't
before the girl was crazy? It was great signs on the first date. She was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Until I realized she was crazy. But hey, we moved as you were.
Goodness. I mean, with regards to preseason, and obviously I watched a few games. When you had Haaland, who happens to be injured, you guys looked a lot better. I think there's a miss there. I think as much as you said you'd rather have Xerxes, you think he's a better player or whatever. But when Haaland was there for a second year preseason.
Oh, you're talking about the preseason. Now, Sancho also played preseason. He played well in preseason.
Yeah, but
now he's at Chelsea.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, he played
Chelsea's
well.
Chelsea's got everybody.
Yeah, Chelsea got a lot. Hey, Chelsea got more players than we might score league goals this season. That could happen. Chelsea might have more players on their books than we score league goals this season.
That's wild.
I'm being genuinely serious. So, well, yeah, where was we at? So, yeah, in regards to that's why people are losing their minds, because people drank the Kool-Aid, drank the Ineos Kool-Aid, and thought that it was going to be significantly.
Wait. Why is it Ineos Kool-Aid?
Because that's what led people to believe that it was going to be different because of the new structure. And because we brought in Barada and Wilcox and Ashworth, and because of the 2 coaches they brought in, and they've given Ten Hag a guideline on how we want to play, and this is the philosophy. And we brought in the 2 coaches who are going to help with the coaching and help with the tactics, and it was going to all look significantly different. And I told everyone it's not going to make any form of difference whatsoever. Only difference is we brought in players who are good defensively, and we look better from a defensive standpoint because of those individuals. And I said this. We'll look better defensively because we have individually better defenders. We have Mazurari out there. We have De Ligt out there. Agate will add the same to it. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, and again, Miles, if Barada, Ashworth, and Wilcox could kick ball, I'd drink the Kool-Aid as well. If Wilcox was going to get on the wing and Van Nistelrooy was going to play up front, I'd hear it. For those that don't know, Wilcox is a Premier League winner as well. So if Wilcox was going to get out there and Van Nistelrooy was getting out there, I'd kind of hear it.
Miles is on one today. Miles is on one today.
Miles is on point.
No, it's not a matter of all of the staff.
That's why. So why when you say you're seeing the head losses is because of that. That's why that is.
So 7th is probably where you're seeing things because of the manager.
Mainly because of the manager, yeah. Like the players are unforgivable. Like against Liverpool, them lot gave up, but that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
They gave up. They legit chucked it in. They gave up.
And that's not the first time we've seen players do that, because I remember them being accused of doing that versus City or versus Liverpool a couple seasons ago.
Going gets tough and like they gave up, but hey man, Captain Fantastic gave him a new deal. Who gave him a new deal? Just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Just saying.
So, all right.
I'm stating facts.
No, you are. We've got 3 games. We've got 3 games in. Is there, or what are you hearing in the street? Because honestly, with with what's been happening recently, I haven't gotten my ear to the streets a little bit with the rest of what the United fans have been talking about. Shout out to Saeed and Rance and those men, right? But what's happening with regards to the threshold? How many more games does Erik ten Hag have?
Depends who you're talking to.
What's the majority? Are the majority saying they want him out already, or they're like?
I would say so. I think that game was one of those that was a knife in the heart. Game because you know why? You know why I say that? Because of who it was against and the manner in which we lost.
But they're very good.
Liverpool, that's true. They are very good, but we've played better Liverpool sides than that and not gone out like that. There's a way to lose matches. If we would have lost 3-0 and it was competitive and they just better, you hold your hands up and go, yeah, we've lost to Liverpool before. Liverpool have beat us. I've seen a worse Liverpool side beat a better Manchester United side. 4-1 at OT. But the crowd ain't gonna turn because we just look at it, it's just it's a one-off. Same way I've seen worse, like I've seen other Liverpool sides come here and beat us and it's not been the same. But the Manchester United fan base, like supporters in the ground, the crowd are very supportive. The fact that they were booing decisions tells you all you need to know. They boo the decision and they don't boo. Like the Stretford and the Manchester United faithful are extremely supportive. They rarely boo their own, especially managers. So that tells you all you need to know with this. So in regards to how long he's got, I think his support is dwindling. However, I think he's Ineos's guy and they don't do anything anyway. They've made that abundantly clear.
Would you say he needs to win? He needs to win versus Southampton.
No. People will believe that. I don't think he needs to win. Not in the eyes of them.
Okay. So. For the loud fans that are kind of
for the loud fans, yeah, he's on thin ice with the loud fans. I think the fan base is at the point where they've had enough.
The traveling fans, because it's an away game, the traveling fans,
that's a far game to travel to as well. I think the fans are
yeah, he's got to win.
But I think he has to win in the eyes of them, but in the eyes of Ineos, no, I think they're gonna give him time.
And when's your next toughest game? Like the opponent is clearly better than you. When's that?
Yeah, you could argue that about Southampton.
Nah, don't do that, Wallace. Don't do that.
I would say Palace ain't gonna be easy. We play away at Palace, home to Spurs, away at Villa. I don't see any clear wins in any of them. Got battered by Palace last year.
Spurs at home.
Spurs at home. Got draw written all over it, to be honest.
Spurs at home. Spurs at home. I think that should be marked on the calendar.
Right. So you think if it's going bad and then we lose to Spurs at home, they sack him?
Yeah.
I hope you're right. I just don't see it. I don't trust these men, and I said this also.
Why don't you trust Ineos?
Because they've shown nothing but incompetence when it comes to managerial situations. They've done nothing right. Transfer-wise, spot on.
Okay, yeah. So
transfer-wise, they've got. But when you show me time and time again poor decision-making, why am I think you're gonna get this right? They've been poor ever since. From when they kept him, I was like, all right, I know what I'm dealing with.
Okay, let me kind of break this down. Let me break this down.
Go on.
Ineos coming in to the partnered ownership that they have. Previous seasons, they couldn't just come in and fire the manager like the Glazers have done in past seasons. Like from a soundbite standpoint, like how it looks, right? The perception. Because it was all about this is a new era. This is a new way for Manchester United. If Ineos were to come in and fire Ten Hag like Glazers used to fire managers like that, I don't think it would have sat well. So it makes sense. It's better off. Look to support this manager that again won a trophy, and I agree with Erik ten Hag. Other than Manchester City, the last 2 seasons, United have been the more successful clubs than anyone else. Like that's actual. I know everyone wants to kind of clown him, and
we have been. People clowning because of the context in which he brings it up in. That's why.
Yeah, in response, it's
because the journalist took it on him and he had nothing to say back, so he went to the trophies.
Yeah, but he was right about the trophies. He was still right.
He's right about the trophy. Not disputing that whatsoever. It goes to show how terrible the rest of the Premier League is. But here we are. When did second best become something to gloat about?
Not necessarily second best, but trophies are important.
Second. Trophies are important, but you didn't win none of the major trophies. Managers have been sacked here for after winning the FA Cup. Shouldn't be
Flawless.
something to
Yeah, but
keep your
no,
job.
but
It's a
it's not.
side.
But at the same time, he's actually funny enough. Eric Ten Hag is putting men's like Liverpool, like Arsenal in check. Hey,
Yeah,
pipe down.
facts. Yeah,
Pipe
facts.
down. You guys all talking about the season that you're happy with how things are progressing, and Eric Ten Hag is being criticized left, right, and center, and it's like he's coming home with trophies. So he's talking to the press. He's like, "Hey, pipe down, because I'm actually winning trophies." When everyone wants to praise Arsenal that are empty-handed, got nothing.
Yeah, that's
Everyone wants,
outrageous.
you know what I mean? So
That's outrageous. But
that's
as I was saying, and Miles has put it, we had our worst ever Champions League and Premier League finishes, but we move. That's where
you
it
had the
stems
worst. You had the worst ever, and you still came out with the trophy that
Facts.
Arsenal arguably had their second best season ever from a goal scoring standpoint, and came out with nothing.
Yeah,
See,
true. And
sometimes, Miles. I mean, you guys, United fans, you guys kind of come off a little
just
spoiled. You come off a
it's
little
not.
bratty when you're like,
No.
"Oh, my FA trophy," and it was the worst season I've ever had. When you got Arsenal that are praising their season and got nothing.
Yeah, but the Arsenal are not our bar.
No, but
Never have been.
no, but from a fan base standpoint, you see them optimistic, happy with the season despite not having hardware.
Yeah, because they've never had nothing. That's why
that's
they
true.
don't win trophies. They've got half a
Tony,
decade.
TJ, you hear how this man's talking about you guys?
They know it's facts.
Wow.
They won a major trophy in 20 years. They don't have no European trophy. They're not our bar. I don't look at Arsenal and go, well, that fan base. No. We are not the same.
Wow.
We are not the same. Like, let's not do this. We are not the same whatsoever. The FA Cup was great. We had our worst ever Premier League and Champions League campaign. And the board decided to keep him. So when the board decided to keep him, I fully understand what you're on. Because remember, they were assessing him. There was an assessment of him. And they was debating whether to get rid of him. They interviewed Tuchel, decided Tuchel wasn't good enough, and then decided to keep him. I go, that's just all a mess in itself. So when you say to me, why don't I have faith in them in that? Because they've done nothing right and nothing good in my eyes in regards to the managerial side of things.
I think they just had to wait things out a little bit. I think they were like, you know what, we can't be reactionary.
Nothing to weigh out. It's not reactionary. You had a whole season.
No, they had a whole season, but like I said, he had a whole season, but he still came out with hardware flawless. Why are you you're poo-pooing on the hardware? You're disrespecting the longest standing trophy in football.
Because it's not enough.
Yeah, see, it's not enough.
Because it's not enough. No, it's not. It's not enough. We finished 8th for the minus goal difference. We had our worst ever Champions League. We had the worst ever Champions League campaign in British history. It's not enough.
Yeah, it's
not enough.
Oh my God.
No. If we were competitive, I go, all right, cool. I even saying win the league. If we would have finished 4th and been okay, I would have been like, all right. If we would have got knocked out in the Champions League quarterfinal.
Plus, you know what's funny? And those of you on Spotify, you're missing out because I don't know, you prefer to listen to it. It's good. I know. I mean, I see the comments. A lot of you like Flawless's voice. I don't know how you feel about mine, but what I'm trying to point out is we doing things different over here. You got to come out and watch. You got to watch. Go to Spotify.
Where's this? Oh, right. You're talking to the people. I thought you.
Yeah, the people. You guys got to move. You got to move from Spotify. Hey, enjoy it. Get those listens up, of course. But come over to YouTube. Hit that like button. See what's happening here. I'm doing a little transition on the screen. I gotta talk about some things right now. All right, and shout out because this show is going to be launching very soon this week.
That's a fire name. I tell you that all the time.
The panel's coming together very nice. I got agents out in the field right now. The show is going to be fire. Now, those of you on Spotify, you're not seeing this, but I'm talking about CIA intelligent agendas. And the thing that I want to point out is, I think Ineos realized that they can't. I mean, Flawless is saying being reactionary. They can't be reactionary. They actually had to play this out the way it did. They had to.
It's not reactionary. You had
but Flawless. The point is hardware means something. Trophies mean something,
and I give him credit for that. And also, your 2 premier competitors. You wouldn't accept someone in a job who failed in record fashion in 75% of it, and that's what he did. Because even the way he went out of the Carabao Cup was record fashion.
Now, I know, but at the end of the year, he's still being recognized by the
you were only
industry.
Successful in 25% of your job. That's not good enough.
But if the industry evaluator still going, you know, we're giving you a reward for the work that you did, which essentially he got a reward for the FA Cup.
He did.
Listen,
25%.
Flawless is poo-pooing on the FA Cup when you had men's like Arsenal fighting for the league and got nothing. When you had Liverpool fight for what they fought for and had nothing, and then you got Flawless telling me an FA Cup is not enough.
It's not enough.
Now, I asked this Question, Flawless. Over at CIA, we different over here.
Mhm.
We don't mess around. We take a second. Hey, let's do a little SWOT analysis. Let's look at some strengths, some threats. Let's look at some weaknesses, some opportunity. Let's break all that down. You know what? I've been asking many United fans. They go on mute.
Go on.
Over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
The last 2 seasons, Eric Ten Hag's tenure.
Mhm.
All right. Other than City, which
Yeah.
club would you trade your last 2 seasons with?
None of them.
So when Ineos, hear me out. Hear me out.
Go on,
When
lad.
Ineos look at Ten Hag's tenure and they look at what's happened over the last 2 seasons, and they're like, who else would we get based off of the roster that we have? Right now, no one. Right now, we're going to write it out with you, Eric Ten Hag. We'll give you enough rope. If you happen to hang yourself, but we're not doing it. We won't do it. We won't cut you at your legs and say what? Thank you for the FA Cup. You're out the door. When no one else, no United fan would trade the last 2 seasons for anybody else other than City.
Because they've also been bad. And I would have sat their managers too.
Hear me out. Flawless is like, fire them all. Arsenal new
100%.
manager, Liverpool
Yes.
new manager, United new manager, Spurs new manager.
Because they
Come
are.
on.
How many of them were successful?
Exactly.
I'm
Who
asking
were
the question.
successful?
So he's right. So none of them were successful. So that's why
Well-
I'm saying fire them all. Who was successful in the past 2 years? Who are their managers? Who was successful?
Well, you got Ange first year on the
Exactly.
job.
And Spurs are not Manchester United.
Oh,
respectfully.
See,
Spurs are not Manchester United. Respectfully. When's the last time Spurs won a trophy? Spurs don't pay like us. Spurs are not us.
hold on.
Go to the big clubs.
When does we're United? When does that settle down? When does that level out?
It never settles down, because here the thing is, the aim should always be that. That's my issue with that. The aim. You're gonna fall short. What I'm saying is the aim should be that. And the aim is not that with this manager. That's my point.
The aim is not that.
No. Did you see Bruno's comments? You want me to pull up Bruno's comments?
I did not see Bruno's comment.
Okay. All right. One second. I'm perfectly aware that this Manchester United is not ready to win the Premier League. We are indeed fighting for the title with the concrete and real objective of trying to finish in the top 4 in the places that give access to the Champions League. So no, the aim is not that, as you can see from the captain.
Wait. Yeah.
Excuse me?
So he's saying the aim is not to win the league currently.
No, the aim is top 4.
Right.
That's my
Temporarily.
issue. It's been that way the entire time he's been here. It's not temporarily. It's been that way the entire time he's been here.
Wait, has Bruno not been with the club when you guys finished second?
Yes, and we weren't in no title race. How many points we finished behind you?
Okay, but that doesn't mean that
so
the
the aim
target
wasn't that was
that
never
doesn't mean
the
that
aim.
the target wasn't. to win
Everybody
the
else
league.
was just terrible. Never. You don't hire.
Oh,
Ollie to win the
see,
league.
you do that too much, man. Everybody else
Don't
is
do what?
bad.
Do you hire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to
alright.
win the league? Yes or no?
All right, we flipping this.
Right, then you don't.
I've heard United fans want Ollie back.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why
So
you
if
keep
they
fans
want
away.
Ollie back, so if they want
Bear in
Ollie back,
mind-
they want Ollie back just for top 4, or they want Ollie back because
Yes.
they think that.
Because he gives them a nice fuzzy feeling. That's why they want Ollie back.
Oh no way!
Because
No
they want a nice
way.
fuzzy feeling. They do.
Ollie was the last successful manager in terms
He wasn't.
of
He wasn't
league.
successful. He wasn't successful.
he didn't win a trophy, right?
No. That you just talking about. Yeah,
but
he's not.
he finished higher in the league, and now you got Eric Ten Hag who's won you 2 trophies, and
Yeah.
there's no satisfying these United fans.
No, there is, but we just don't accept the
Okay,
bare minimum. We don't
alright,
accept one without the other. Here's what it should be.
Yeah.
You can win trophies and also play good football and be a cohesive unit
Get-
and do well in the league.
See,
You can do both, you know.
let me
It's
let me
not
talk to the
separate.
chat. Let me talk to the chat right now.
You talk
Let
to
me
the
talk
chat.
to the chat because Flawless is starting to bother me. Chat, listen. There's a life cycle. There's the seasons. Let me use the seasons analogy. All right.
This guy's a joke, man. This is
You
great.
can't.
It's a fucking joke, man. This is good stuff.
We're now going out of summer into fall. All right. And out of fall we go into winter. That is the cycle of football. That is the cycle of some clubs. You can't be bearing fruit all the time. Sometimes the fruit is done. Sometimes
And that's
so-
fine. But you know what you do?
Flawless.
You make change. We have
When
made no change. That is the point I am
no,
making.
the point is, you United fans, and I say you United fans, don't allow for the time to take place. You don't
He's had enough.
allow for the
He's had
change to
enough
take
time.
place
He's had
because
enough time.
when Ollie was there, he's had enough time.
Yes,
When
he had
now
enough time. He's had enough time. He's had enough time.
three
Yes,
seasons is not enough
three seasons
time.
is enough time. Yeah, it is. It's enough
Oh
time.
my
Yes, it
god.
is. You can be successful in 3 seasons. What if you can be successful in 3
No,
seasons?
see, you can be like Ollie said, and you guys didn't want
You can
to
be
hear it
successful.
when he was saying it. Trophies will mask being successful. Trophies will mask what you're trying to create. And when he was trying to create that
Okay, so why can't he get a job, Vader?
because
If he's that good a manager, why can't
you
he get
guys
a job?
did him dirty. He's
Oh, we did every manager dirty, so how come every other manager since us has got a job by him?
well, then he's gonna have to go to another
why
league,
can't-
a
so
lowercase
why-
league. He's
No,
choosing
how come
not
no
to.
low?
Maybe his
how come
ego.
no-
I don't know.
How come,
Look what
how
you
come
did
no
to
lowercase
Mourinho.
league? What him? Mourinho got jobs afterwards and win trophies afterwards.
Yeah, but you had to send him to Rona, and
We
then
didn't send him. My point. Roma wouldn't take Ollie.
Well, not
Galatasaray wouldn't take Ollie. What are we talking about here? Let's not do that. If he's that good a manager, why come nobody has ever offered him a job? Don't worry, I'll wait.
because he's still radioactive after working
That
over
is-
at Manchester United.
Okay, so was that, they say that about everyone. So was Moyes. Moyes went and won a trophy.
But
and got a
Flawless,
job in
you
the Premier
talk
League.
about you mentioned time. You
Yeah.
mentioned time. When
Mhm.
have you given time?
Everybody's been given time.
One season isn't time.
Who's one season?
You gave Eric Ten Hag season 1,
He's
and
had
then a
two-
mess up in
2 and a
season
bit.
2. You want him out the door. That's not
Yes,
time.
because it's unacceptable to mess up. It's an unacceptable mess up. It's
What?
it's an unacceptable mess up. You're in a relationship. The girl's cheated on you. Unacceptable mess up. She ate your favorite food.
His
No, unacceptable mess up.
Nah.
She drank your drink out of the fridge. Acceptable mess up.
Eric Ten
She
Hag.
slept with your she slept with your best friend. She slept with your arch nemesis and your best friend. Unacceptable. What are we talking about here?
That's not his
It's the
failure at
same.
United.
Yes, it is.
No,
We had the
man.
worst ever Premier League finish and worst ever Champions League finish. That is the same, the equivalent of your girl sleeping with your enemy and your best friend in the same year.
You're
Yes,
putting-
unacceptable.
You're
Yes, and you
putting
wouldn't accept. Would you stay with a girl who slept with your arch nemesis? No, you wouldn't. Neither would I. What are we talking about here? What are we doing here? No, we wouldn't.
that is not the
Unacceptable
equivalent.
mess ups. Is this is the so what is the equivalent of your worst ever Premier League campaign and worst ever Champions League campaign in a relationship? What's the equivalent? You tell me. Don't worry, I'll wait.
This is like, okay, Eric Ten Hag messing up with what he did at Champions League. You got to look at your girl trying to prepare your dinner, the dinner that you want on
And
your
she burnt-
birthday.
And she burnt the house down.
And she burnt it down because
burnt
she
the
was
house
trying to
down.
do too much. Yeah, she was trying to do too much.
All right, cool. If you burnt
But-
the house down, it's a wrap. You can't burn my house down.
If she did it intentionally, yeah, she's.
I don't care.
she's
No,
not
not
cool.
intentionally. Unintentionally, I can't trust you with anything if you burn my house down.
Oh my goodness.
You might have ruined my walk. You know what I'm saying? If you ruin my best Dutch pot, I hear it.
You
That's
know what?
cool.
That's burning the kitchen, not burning the house down. That's burning the kitchen where you got to
it's not.
renovate.
Worst ever Champions
no.
League campaign.
No,
Worst ever.
Eric Ten
worst
Hag
ever-
crashing you out of the Prem. That's
Worst-
burning the house down.
worst
Crashing
ever-
out of
so-
the Prem.
Okay, that's the worst. So what's the worst ever Champions League campaign in British history? Worse than
Yeah,
Celtic
that's burning.
and
That's
Rangers.
burning the kitchen
That's
on your
much more than
birthday.
burning. That's more than burning the kitchen. Then
Look
Celtic
at the
and Rangers.
ingredients that he had. Flawless. It's
Celtic
not
and
just him.
Rangers.
That
So
your
we were worse. We were worse than Copenhagen and Galatasaray.
What does that have to do with anything?
Copenhagen and Galatasaray were in our group.
Yeah.
Are they worse than us?
Who? So wait, what was the what? Sorry. Sorry.
See, you can't even get his lies
What
together.
was the point standings? What was the point standings?
I don't know. We went out. think
I
we're
know
2
you went
points-
out.
3 points behind second and 2 points behind third, I think. Something like that.
Was it? I thought it might have been like
Yeah.
goal differential or something.
No,
like
it wasn't. It was a points thing.
that. It was a points thing.
Yes,
Alright.
exactly. So we had our
Alright,
worst ever return. So the point I'm making is you don't get away with having a season 2. You had season 2. And with worse ingredients, you got third the season before. What are we talking about? And we gave you more and you did worse. Make that make sense. You had a better squad on paper. You had more of what you wanted. You spent
Nah,
more
but
money.
Yeah, but at the same time, players were playing for the manager year one. You know what it's like. Players playing for the contract, players
Oh,
playing.
so character. All right, cool.
Yeah. I think there's some
Character.
low. I think
You
there's
bought the
some low
players in.
character.
That's on you. If I bring a brethren around us that's on some fuck shit, you blame me as much as him. Me and you are brethrens. I
Didn't
bring a brethren around and he rubs you and he rubs me. I'm
he
much as
had
fault as him.
flawless? He had more
Big up Cube.
your bodies, and we had this
Love
combo
Cube.
already. Shout out to Q. We had this already where you were trying to say, well, look at the injuries, not injuries. But I think he had more to work with year one than he did year two.
That's a myth, but we move
Even
on.
though he brought in his alt players. But I just want to point this out. If you guys get rid of Ten Hag, the whole thing about Ineos, which you say you're already not on board with, you don't trust them, but this whole footballing's different. You're going to be so much more of the same. Because when you say time, when you say you've given managers time, I'm gonna call you out a little bit and be like, if you've given managers time, I'm looking at you giving Eric Ten Hag. You're gonna say 2 seasons?
Accent Cube. I said Robin. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind out the gutter, Cube. I don't know where you're at. I said Robin. It's the Manc accent. Everyone heard that by you. I don't know where you've been or what you thinking about, Cube. Or you need to relax. But shout out to Cube. Cube done a wow one. Hey. Cube out here wilding in the chat.
Just jumping in crazy. I think if you said you gave Eric Ten Hag time, then managers are going to be wary about that amount of time coming over to this radioactive United, because essentially you gave him 2 seasons. Yeah. You wanted him out last year, so managers coming over here will only have 2 seasons. This ain't no rebuild. This is no level set.
Bare minimum. All I want from the manager at first is just do the bare minimum. I'm not even asking for trophies yet. I ain't asked for no. When I say trophies, I'm talking champs and prem.
So
he's not doing the bare minimum.
Ten Hag was technically, he was screwed by being in Champions League year 2.
No, he wasn't. He screwed himself, ayo.
If he didn't have Champions League, and it was and it was still to like just, hey, let's fresh crop, new harvest, let's plant the seeds and let's
that's what happened. Hey, that's what they were trying to get back to, according to the captain.
Yeah,
so you're telling me as a manager who's not good enough. The point that I'm making is bare minimum you can do season 1. You can make us a cohesive and competent unit, bare one. Wow. I can see a clear style of what you're trying to do year 1. If you do that, I'll be like, all right, cool. We can work from this. We're into his 3rd season and it still looks terrible.
You know what I'm going to ask you?
Go on.
I'm going to be looking at, and I can already hear your answer, but I'm going to be looking at Unai Emery. Yeah. I'm going to be looking at Ange. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be looking at Slot. Mm-hmm. And for these managers, year 1, year 2, if they happen to not get trophies, according to Flawless's evaluation, get out of here.
Who are the managers?
Unai Emery. Yeah. Unai Emery.
Yeah.
Ange over at Spurs.
Yeah. So Villa, Spurs, and who?
Slot now Liverpool. Over at Liverpool.
Okay. And which one of those?
Maresca over at Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea. We're adding those 4. That's good. And
no trophies in 2 years. You're saying get out of here.
And anyone else in regards to it? The first 2, their aim isn't trophies. The way they spend is not trophies. That's not.
Yes, but if you were an owner, you say get out of here.
No, because I wouldn't have a Manchester United mindset at Spurs or Villa, because I understand where I'm at with Spurs and Villa. Same way, I'm not looking for the Ipswich Town manager to win a trophy inside 2 years, or the Brentford manager to win a trophy inside 2 years, No, it's not the same objectives.
No,
it's
that's
not the
why
same.
You got to change it over. You see, yeah.
No, you don't change it because we
got to change it over.
Money. Wait. Do we spend? Wait. Do we spend money to go and win and compete for these big trophies?
Yeah, Aston Villa
do not spend that
big money.
Villa do not spend Manchester. They do not spend Manchester United money.
No, they don't
spend big money.
No one spends Manchester United.
No, yeah, they do spend. Chelsea spend big money like us.
Okay.
What are we talking about? Chelsea, and so the Liverpool. Like, let's stop it. Let's don't use Spurs, or let's not use Villa. They don't pay like us. They don't pay their manager like ours. They don't pay wages to their staff like ours. They don't pay transfers to ours. That's Villa and Spurs. Respectfully, their aim and objectives are not Manchester United. Chelsea, I hear you. And guess what? Guess who you will hear and getting criticism One, if his team doesn't have a good style and isn't playing well and winning trophies, Maresca. Same with Slot at Liverpool. Same way if Pep wasn't winning trophies at you lot, etc., etc. The aim and objective is different. That's like having it. You're at Ipswich Town, and is their manager expected to go and win trophies inside 2 years? No. His aim is McKenna's aim is to keep them in the Premier League a couple years, then try and consolidate them as a Premier League side. That's his aim. Come on, man. Why are we acting like everyone doesn't have different objectives? What are we talking about here? What are we doing, man? This is Manchester United Football Club. We don't spend the money we do to go and compete for top 4. Come on, man.
All right.
Oh, man, that's just facts. You know what I'm saying? If we're all me, you, and everyone, and there's people in the chat, and we all own Formula One cars, and we're all Formula One, and I'm spending 10 million, I'm spending 100 million a year on my car and my staff and everything else, and you're spending 10 million. Is our objectives the same? No,
but Flawless, here's the thing. It's different from when you were United. It's different from those days because those days it was you, it was Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah.
So having to spend the way you did, having that expectation to be going after trophies, not even top 4. Top 4 was not it. 1 or 2 was kind of acceptable, but not back to back. You were expected to win. I get it because there are 3 of you spending like that.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm not expecting. Here's the thing is, I'm not expecting us to win it. Them words never left my mouth. I didn't say I'm expecting us to win it.
No, but you also don't like the word of top 4 because again, if you're not winning it, it's top 4.
No, because top 4 should be bare minimum. That shouldn't even be out there. We spend to make top 4. No, it shouldn't be. No, it should. And this is the problem right here. This is where it's got.
You're not united anymore.
It's not about being united anymore because we finished top 4 with this manager. What are we doing? So he's capable. This squad is capable. He's finished top 4 with a worse side. What are we doing out here? But this squad is capable. Is this manager capable? No. What are we talking about here? The aim, again, I've never once ever been like, oh yeah, let's go and finish top 4. It's not even a goal. That's bare minimum.
No,
it's spend to get top 4. You can get top 4 on accident.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City, and then you have United. Top 4 is not easy like it used to be. Like I said,
top 4 is no. Top 4 is not easy for us. Top 4 is easy for people who are ran properly. Top 4 is comfortably easy for people who are ran properly and spend the money.
Who's ran properly?
Arsenal are ran properly.
Arsenal just got into top 4 the last 2 seasons.
No, they haven't. Arsenal been top 4 before that.
No. They had a ridiculous spell of.
And that's the point. And that's the point I'm making. And what did they do? Make change. Now they're ran properly and have a solid. They don't even have a great side. You're proving my point. Have a good manager.
They gave that manager more than 2 years.
They get comfortable. Yes, and he still fell short.
Yes, so sometimes
he still fell short because he's not good enough. Same way Ten Hag, you can't drop from 3rd to 8th. It's completely different. Arteta started here at 8th. What are we doing out here? And before him, where did they finish? Where did Emery finish? Why are we acting like he took them out of the top 4?
Emery finished
5th, and then they sacked him because he was deemed not good enough. Now they got idiots who keep Arteta. Why is everybody who's a non-Arsenal fan Arteta in? If that's the case. Why is that?
Wow.
No. Answer the question. Why is all Arsenal fans all non-Arsenal fans Arteta in?
Well, not all of them. A lot of them are
there is no non-Arsenal fans who are Arteta out. Right then. What are we talking about here?
Nah,
what are we talking about here? Find me one who.
All right. You know, I'm gonna leave it at this.
Go
on. The guillotine on managers. The guillotine on managers. You're harsh, Flawless.
I'm not harsh. I don't have time.
You're very harsh.
I don't have time for this is top level sport. I ain't got time for your feelings. I ain't got time for you to be fucking about and messing around.
This landscape is a lot more competitive than before. Top 4, when they say establishing top 4 because of UCL and what it means and financially, you kind of get that to build off of it. You're harsh. You're harsh.
And you have to be harsh. If you want to call me harsh, cool, you have to be harsh. And guess what? The most successful clubs in the country are harsh. No, sorry, in Europe are harsh. The most successful teams in Europe who win the most trophies are also harsh. There's clearly something to it.
They don't have a
You're the anomaly because you got.
They don't have a competitive league like ours. So
yeah, Takali says flawless on an Abramovich thing. And what did Abramovich win at Chelsea? Absolutely everything, consistently. Why? Why did Abramovich? Thank you, Khalid, for bringing that up, flawless. Why did Abramovich win everything at Chelsea? Was Abramovich harsh, Vaya?
Yeah, extremely.
Okay, and they've been the most successful team in the past 25 years under his stewardship. Why? Because harsh. Why was he?
Harsh and very, very aggressive spending.
Okay, and that's the starting. And like you mentioned, we spend aggressively, correct? You said no one spends like United, right?
Yeah, you guys are.
Oh, so we spend. So if he was harsh and actually move with sense, we probably win some more. Even in the as bad as we've been, we've won. What is it? 5 trophies in the last 11 years. As bad as we've been.
Yeah.
So clearly, trophies is not a problem here. Trophies. Crazy. Trophies is not a problem here.
No, you guys
5 in as bad as we've been, and we've been run awfully. We've had some of the worst managers ever, all not good enough, and we still won 5 trophies in 11 years. Because you know what that tells you? Even on accident, just by spending volume, you can win trophies. Because everyone won a trophy here by all.
Oh, now you're discrediting.
I'm not discrediting. That's credit.
Ten Hag for winning trophies against
I'm not discrediting
the treble winners and the 4-peat winners. That wasn't easy.
I'm not discrediting him.
It was an accidental.
No. I'm saying not him. I'm saying on accident you can do that. Not him solely. I'm saying in general, just volume wise. Same way you can get 10 assists a season if you just continue to take corners week in, week out for your team. Just volume. You're not necessarily a set piece specialist, are you?
Okay.
But if you cross the ball into the box 100 times, 10 times out of 100, you're probably going to get assists. Does that make me a great corner taker? Or is it volume? We've won 5 trophies in the past 11 years, I think it is.
I hear it. Oh, I forgot to retweet.
So the point I'm making is that trophies is not difficult. Is not difficult when being run right. Domestic cups. What are we talking about here? What are we on about here? What are we doing? So in regards to yes, you can't have a second season you had. You can't have that second season. And I'm not even talking about trophy.
Oh yeah, you're giving 2 seasons.
Star-wise. I'm saying star-wise.
You're giving 2 seasons.
Yeah, because time is earned, not given. The reason why I give you the second season is because your first season was good. That's why you got the second season. If your first season was bad, guess what? You think I'm giving him a second season? No. Same way if you go on dates if you go on 3-4 dates with a gal and they're bad dates, are you giving her a 5th and 6th date? No. But football, we have to be patient. Why?
You got to get the dead wood out of there, man. You still have Luke Shaw over there, man.
He bought it. He gave him a new deal.
He didn't do that.
He gave him a new deal. He signs off on players. He gave him a new deal, Veta.
I thought Luke Shaw was Ineos' arrival extension.
No, Luke Shaw been here. No. Luke Shaw got a new deal before that, whilst he's been here. Exactly. They dealing with no dunce now. So when you say Deadwood, let's not go there because he bought it.
Okay. He may have bought it, but he made a mistake with regards to that.
Yeah, he makes loads of mistakes, and that's unacceptable.
I remember you telling me you want like 9 players out.
Yeah.
So if you want 9 players out,
and we got them, and we got some of them out, but I want you know who's a part of them 9 players? Players he gave new deals to and players he bought. You co-signed it. You added to the mess. You signed Mason Mount. You signed Anthony. What are we talking about here? You signed Haaland. You gave Rashford a new deal. You gave Bruno a new deal. You gave Luke Shaw a new deal. You signed Onana. Should I go on?
Wait. Wasn't Bruno a contract extension this summer?
Yes. So who made him captain?
Oh my goodness.
Who made him captain?
Wow.
Who made him captain?
You know what, this international break...
on him, and that's also on him. So you telling me they're giving players new deals and Ten Hag has no say? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what they're saying.
Ineos didn't say that.
Ineos makes all footballing decisions.
So you think
Ten Hag is no longer a manager; he is a coach.
So you think he has no say in nothing like that?
I don't think he has any veto power. I don't think
All
he
right,
has
cool.
any
I
veto.
got some magic beans to sell you after the show for a good price. If you believe he has no power
You think
whatsoever.
he has veto power?
If you think he has no say, that's crazy.
No, I'm not saying he has no say. I think it's kind of like, hey, listen, we're looking at.
I think he could say no and push back. Yes, if he really didn't want to, because you know who they didn't want to sell, who's now not here, Jadon Sancho. He made that perfectly clear. Jadon Sancho is out.
Club didn't want to sell him.
The club didn't want to sell Jadon Sancho. Why
So
would they make a quote unquote
sold him for Eric Ten Hag?
Yes, because Ten Hag was never going to play him. Because you know what happened? Ten Hag left him out of 2 squads.
They're not doing that. No, Flawless, we're not doing that.
We're not doing what?
There's no. Ineos is not making a decision based off of the manager on whether Sancho stays here or not. If Eric Ten Hag wasn't in their long-term plans.
Eric Ten Hag is in their long-term plans. I believe he's their man.
Okay.
And this is the point I've been making back to the original point of he's their guy. Why don't I trust Ineos? Because I don't like anything. The reason Sancho's not here is because of Eric Ten Hag. He had him and didn't pick. The only reason why they quote unquote made up was because of Ineos. And because Ineos were like, sort this out. And then he didn't pick him in 2 squads and Sancho left. That's what happened.
Okay.
So you telling me back to the point. So back to the point we was making, and I get to this, Don. Big up for the super chat as well about Bruno Fernandes. Yes, you have veto power. Yes, you can push back. Because we've seen you push back. You're a stubborn man. And if that's the case on your beat, let's say hypothetically the case is they gave Bruno a new deal and he didn't want Bruno to get a new deal. Doesn't mean you have to play him. You think this player is that bad? You don't want to have to play. And that means if you are accepting of that, guess what? You're a part of the problem. You're a yes man. Because I'm not staying. If I'm managing a football club and Vaya comes to me who's the owner and goes, we're giving such and such a new deal. I don't want this player. Well, we staying. All right, I'm going then. If it's that detrimental. But he's not that detrimental. You know why? Because he's happy with Bruno Fernandes. Because who gave him the captaincy? Who plays him every game? Come on. So when you don't talk to me about getting rid of Deadwood when he bought it and kept it.
I hear it. All
he was the guy who was rejecting deals. He was the guy who was rejecting deals for Harry Maguire. We didn't force him out. Because we've seen what happens when you don't like a player. You have them eating lunch in the car park. We watched this happen.
Yeah, that's all right. All right.
Okay. So Maguire and Lindelof and all these guys. Yeah. So again, people Vate is trolling, but I know there's people who believe this type of stuff. So I just have to break this down so you lot can understand where it's from with this manager.
Wait. No, I'm having a convo. I'm not trolling. What do you mean?
Yeah, sure. Big up Don for the super chat. Big up family. Appreciate it. He says, Vata, put yourself in Flawless's position. You understand why he's saying what he is. United is a juggernaut of a club. And like I've been saying about this, the aim should always be that. Under Fergie, we fell short. Under Fergie, we didn't always compete. But guess what? The aim was changes. When things didn't go right for Manchester United, guess what? Heads rolled. Van Nistelrooy, who's here, we were not so successful whilst he was here as a player. What did we do? Sell him. It was crazy at the time to be, but we sold him. And then went and three-peated and won a champs. There's a reason for that. Went and bought Rooney for that reason. And other players. And other players were moved on. Were deemed not good enough. But we're keeping the manager with pretty much the same players. This manager's not good enough. What are we talking about here? Moyes, Oli, Van Gaal, Mourinho, all weren't good enough and all were correct to be moved on. So a man say, yeah, Abramovich thing, yes, harsh. That's why Abramovich was successful at Chelsea. That's why Real Madrid is so successful because heads roll. This is why they have 4 Champions Leagues in 5 years. What you doing out here? But big up for the super chat, Don C.
Listen, Don, I mean, yeah, large up on the super chat, but this is what I want to point out, okay? Yes, they're a juggernaut. I get it, right? The revenues, the attendance, right? But they haven't been that club that have been challenging at minimum to win the league and be slightly disappointed finishing second. Like Wallace just pointed out, the examples of getting rid of Rude to be able to retool and go after and win a treble, do their 3-piece, all that kind of madness. They're not at that level yet. So I just find that when you're trying to search for the manager, when you're trying to rebuild to those glory, juggernaut status performances in terms of the season, you got to humble yourself. You got to humble yourself and maybe give a manager two at minimum, seasons. Three is that?
He's had 2 seasons.
Yeah, but you wanted him out after 2. You didn't even want him here right now.
Because a season, it's on a season by season basis. He has no credit in the bank with me.
But no manager is, man. No manager is going to be able to have that credit in the bank. And
of course you will, because he had the credit. Actually, I tell a lie, he had the credit in the bank. The reason why I gave him so long in season 2 is because of what he did in season 1.
So when I'm saying, okay, season 1 could be
it can't be because he's not gone back to it. He can't be remixed because he's refused to go back to it.
He's got an international break. Break.
He's had a year and a bit. The girl's a hoe and you just don't want to accept she's a hoe. I get it.
Baby. I'm just saying, let me speak to my City fans right now. City fans in the chat. Hey, listen, please hear me out. We will never poo-poo on an FA Cup. All right?
Never.
We will not poo-poo on an FA Cup. A manager that happens to have a top 4 finishing season the year prior, fumbling, stumbling, winning an FA Cup against a incredible, immaculate, setting standards that have never been seen in the league before. If our club are able to get a trophy against a 4-peat treble winning season prior, using Don C's word, a juggernaut, if we're able to get an FA Cup, please, City fans, don't call for his head in the 3rd season.
Cool. Yeah, you lot can accept your worst ever Premier League finish and worst ever Champions League finish. That's calm. If you lot want to accept that, you can accept that, Vale. City fans, if you lot want to accept that, you lot can accept that. That's absolutely fine.
Well, you know what's funny?
Go on.
For us to have our worst ever Prem finishing season, it's a lot worse than what you're complaining about right now.
Yeah, we'd have to get relegated. But yeah, you lot accept that. So if you lot do get relegated, don't call for the manager.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not accepting the meltdowns of finishing 8th. That's the difference. I get it that it's your worth, but hear me out. Hear me out. Don C, hear me out. Flawless is complaining about the worst season ever, finishing 8th. Flawless is complaining about the worst season ever. Like, he was only able to buy the LeBrons this year. He wasn't able to buy the Jays. He wasn't able to get the Jordans. His worst fashion season ever was only able to get the LeBrons.
We didn't get no LeBrons. It was non-brand. It was plain. Stop it. It was plain. It wasn't LeBrons. It wasn't LeBrons.
My man's saying worst season ever, and it's 8th. That's why I'm just saying, City fans,
because that is unacceptable.
Let's calm down.
It's unacceptable.
All right.
It's unacceptable.
I hear it.
8 for us is relegation. It's the equivalent. It's unacceptable.
All right. I'm just saying. My man's complaining about not having avocado toast when I'm got my sardines and crackers.
No. I'm complaining about not having butter for the toast. Just regular butter. Because that's what 7th place is. That's regular butter.
Oh no.
That's unacceptable.
All right.
That's would you be like? That's unacceptable. That's what I have an issue with, because you wasn't doing the butter as the bare minimum, not salted butter. I'm saying not organic butter, not 10% fat butter, just regular floral butter would have been fine. We had a negative goal difference and finished 8th and had our worst ever Champions League campaign and worst ever Champions League campaign in British history. That is unacceptable to me. You should be fired. And if our ownership was serious, they would have sacked him too. But when it comes to that side of things, our ownership isn't serious. That's why I don't trust them to sack him now, and I don't trust them to go and get the next guy. And the fact that they interviewed Tuchel lets me know that you lot ain't a serious institution, because Tuchel was at Bayern Munich, had an unsuccessful stint, and they deemed him not good enough halfway through the season. And you said, you know what, that's the guy for us. Make it make sense.
Oh, wow.
Make it make sense.
Okay. You want someone other than that? I think Flawless is just resetting right now. So let me do this real quick. If you can see the images behind me, those of you on Spotify, tune into the YouTube channel. Flawless is temporarily not on the screen. I think his camera's got to recharge. I've got the man, the goal scorer, Erling Haaland. Absolutely. Haaland, the best. And I happen to have an image of Mo Salah. And no disrespect, but I had to show Mo Salah in this type of image just because there's a difference. There's a difference. But the difference is Goal scoring is goal scoring. Everybody in the chat, understand. Everybody were crushing it, killing it on Haaland, and they were actually doing the same thing to Mo Salah. They were saying, "Oh, he doesn't look good on the eye. Oh, he's not a complete footballer. Oh, where's the technical ability?" It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Both players are so good at what they do. Now, Mo has kind of taken a few, I think his pace is not quite what it used to be. He's actually been more of a goal contributor than he is a goal scorer. Before it was like, what did you expect from Mo? Goals. And he's kind of slowed up, a couple of injuries, age. He's more of a facilitator as well. He's making sure that the goal contribution numbers are still high, but the goals have kind of dropped, the assists are increasing. And I respect that as a player gets older. This player in particular,
There we go.
Haaland,
Bye.
large up. This player in particular, I was full screen. I had to say, Haaland, Mo Salah. There's a difference in terms of proficiencies. I've been talking a lot. Today was a kind of vent day. It was a little bit of a vent day. I came in flexing because I got to do that right now. There's only so many more seasons. Hey, depending on how this verdict goes, I may not be in this league. So I've got to do this now.
God willing, man.
I got to do this now. Everyone was telling me, Vader, stop being so humble. Stop being so humble. This is some of the peak performances you're seeing from your club. Live it up. Let it in. Let all these rivals know. Treat them the way you were treated. Right? I'm not quite like that. I'm Canadian. I'm humble by nature. But I do have to flex. I do have to flex with this season. Haaland is incredible. Mo Salah, tribute to him. I saw a conversation. Shout out to HH, Have Hope, trying to spark the conversation of Mo Salah, top 5 in Prem ever. I can't go that far. I really can't. If we want to talk about right winger, yes, I can do that. I cannot do that in terms of a player in the Prem. I don't think he's top 10, but it's a combo. It's a combo. I do believe that if Erling Haaland puts in the same amount of seasons as this man, Mo Salah, I do think that Haaland would be an all-time great. The numbers are ridiculous. The proficiency is crazy. Now, it's laid over in the UK. This man scores at will. This man scores at will. He scores so well, I hope he doubles up on the hats. I hope he doubles up with his misses because he is that proficient. All right? Now,
that's crazy. Hey, yo, that is crazy.
That's how dangerous. That's how dangerous this scorer is. Now, Flawless. I want to thank you again. Those of you on Spotify, thank you for listening to me. If you're on YouTube, go and subscribe to this man. If you're stumbling on this channel, if you happen to be coming here and you just are watching, interact in the comments. Let us know you're here. If you think I'm talking crazy, tell me I'm talking crazy. Flawless will remind me that I'm talking crazy post-show. But I'm here once a week.
Remind you during a show because you like to gas our fans. And that's why I respond, because it's like, 1, it's funny. 2, it's entertaining. And 3, there's fans who actually, but these United fans who believe what you're saying. But like I said,
I'm not gassing. I'm not gassing. I'm listening.
You would never, like, again, I'm not accepting that. I can't talk for other standards. I'm not accepting worst ever Champions League campaign in Brace.
There's mad hype. Everybody was amped when the season kicked off. It's 3 games in. I think there's some.
Why did I write the season off before it started, Vail?
Yeah, because you're pessimistic. Because
no, I'm not. So why come everyone sounding like me right now, then, Vail, if that's the case?
Because they're being overreactive after 3
so how many games did it? So how many games is it? 10 games? Is that fine?
No. What game is the Spurs game?
Game week. 1 sec. I'll tell you now. Hold up. Spurs game is 2. Game week 6.
Game week 6.
Game week 6.
International break. Ten Hag should be in the lab right now. Should be devising different ways to do it. Should know what his players can or cannot do. Knows that his job's on the line.
Is it on the line?
Yeah, it's on the line. It's on the line. There's too much uproar. No. You guys are chatty way too much. You guys are talking way too much. Cool. Everything's Ten Hag. No,
as long as he wins the FA Cup, it's fine, right?
If he were to win another FA Cup against us,
or win a League Cup, just the FA Cup in general.
It depends on who he wins it against.
Or League Cup, that makes it all right.
Well, again,
so we can finish. So let's say we have a terrible Europa League campaign, finish 27th and go out, finish 9th in the league, minus goal difference, but go on track to beat you lot in the semi-final or final of FA Cup. That you should keep his job, yeah.
Trophy's currency.
So he should keep. So I'm asking you. So he should keep his job in your
I
opinion?
mean,
right?
those are a lot of negatives that you're listing out.
It's the same. It's the exact same as the season just gone.
Yeah, but to have to do it back-to-back seasons.
So that's where it's unacceptable.
And now
so
with a lesser trophy, because
yeah.
you said League Cup, right?
No,
So
no, FA Cup. No, FA Cup.
Back-to-back FA Cups.
Yeah, back-to-back FA Cup.
Who was the last manager to win back-to-back FA Cups for you guys? Probably Sir Alex.
No, he didn't win back-to-back.
Oh, you know what? Actually, no one's done it.
No, it's right. Did it. Wenger did it.
Fergie did it?
No, Wenger did it.
Oh, did he?
Wenger won back-to-back FA because they won.
He won back-to-back FA Cups, but he didn't win the league and FA. Yeah, because we were trying to do that. We were trying to win the league and FA Cups back-to-back.
Yeah. So that's acceptable. So if we finish 27th in the Europa League, which because of the new format would be a record low, we finish 9th in the Premier League and win the FA Cup, he should keep his job, yeah? According to you?
No, I'm no one's saying finishing 22nd. I'm asking the question.
That's the equivalent because that would be the worst ever Europa League campaign. It'd be the worst ever Premier League campaign, but we win the FA Cup.
No, so here's the difference. Finishing worst ever Europa is very different than finishing worst ever Champions League because Champions League is still a higher level competition.
But the 2 of the 3 teams who was in the competition are Europa League level teams, but I bet that don't matter. Because Galatasaray and Copenhagen are European juggernauts, yeah?
Exactly. You know what? We'll have that combo.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Joke, man. Yeah. Man was acting like we was in a group of death.
Listen.
And the Bayern Munich and the worst Bayern Munich side of our lifetime.
Yeah, I mean they still made it to the semis. Come on.
They went trophyless for the first time in 12 years.
I know, but Bayern still went semis in the Champions League. Let's not do that.
All right, cool. Yeah, because that's such an achievement for them. That's why their manager.
No, I know. They're like United. They don't expect anything less than winning the league, winning Champions League.
And has it worked for them? Has that worked for them?
Well, one could say yes or no, but they've been in a drought with regards to Champions League. They've been firing managers like that. Hasn't seemed to really set any type of consistency, but their league is very different. Flawless. Come on, Bundesliga.
Forget the league. If we're talking Champions League, has it worked for them?
No.
You just mentioned they got to the semifinals, so that's an achievement, right? They're constant in the last stages.
They weren't happy with it. They weren't happy with semifinals.
No, exactly. Oh, so there's expectation. So how come they can't be happy with it and okay, but I can't be happy with it and not be okay as a United fan? What's the difference?
Because you gotta build back up to that. You got to build back up.
They need to build back up to that because they're not at that level anymore. They've been poorly ran for the past 3-4 years.
They've been poorly ran. They get to poach every season, getting the best quality out of the Bundesliga.
But they get to chop and change. But that's not helped. They've done that. That's not helped them in the Champions League. That's why they've not won it. When's the last time they made a final?
That's true, but there's also the quality of who they're facing, how they exited. They've exited to Manchester City. That took them out 2 seasons ago. Mm-hmm. They exited out to Real Madrid.
So they didn't go out they didn't go out to European juggernauts, Copenhagen and Galatasaray.
All right. I see what you're on. Now
that's it. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Because you said when it came to Europa League, there's a difference between Europa League and Champions League. He was in the Europa League.
I'm breaking down the rifle gun right now. Let me just dismantle it. I'm gonna put it back in its case. We'll revisit this sniper next show.
Yeah, as always, we always do the same shit. Just have a sniper off. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm saying this is the same shit. We're gonna do this again. You just try this whole foolishness about United, but all right, cool. All this vivid time because you was hyping it up. Yeah, you look better in game 1. And obviously we didn't do the show. We did the show.
We did the show
2,
after,
but it was the crossover show. But game week 1, you was gassing. Yeah, man, you might look better.
You did look better. I wasn't gassing. You did look better.
We did look better. I said this too. And then you repeated that to me and was like, so you look better in game 1. Yeah, we did defensively. Offensively,
I'm not trying. Hold on, United fans, please, because Flawless is doing this. Stappy's doing this. Too many are trying to point me out as a gaslighter. I'm not gaslighting.
You know what's crazy? On the fan calling show, I remember who it was. The name across the bottom, someone had Vader as a gaslighter. That's hilarious. I can't remember who it was. I think it was LJ. I don't want to put it out there, but someone had
was it the last show?
The last fan calling show, but it is a long show. It's like 3 hours. But he had that, and he said, yeah. Someone, I seen it, and I was cracking up because he was like, yeah, Vader's a gaslighter. I was like, yeah, the people know. People know. Try to gas up this thing.
I'm being misrepresented.
Man spent 550 million, and we're here talking about top 4.
I'm being misrepresented.
550 million, and we're talking about can he compete for top 4?
Plus, when you're spending 500 million, but you got Chelsea spending a bill, it's
And they've also sacked managers and been complaining about their manager because they've not been good enough.
like I said,
Because
unfortunately,
Arteta, who you like to, as soon as he spent money, he solidified them as a top 4 side.
yeah, but you would have fired Arteta
Oh,
before he even
absolutely,
got a
because
chance.
because he's not good enough. That's why. Eighth is not good enough.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have seen the finishing second back to back. You wouldn't have seen that.
That's not because that ain't a success. Finishing second back to back.
You gotta build off something flawless.
Yes, you build off something, but you build off something you believe in. Now, if I believed Arteta can win a Premier League or Champions League, I'd hear it. If I believe Ten Hag could win a Premier League or Champions League, I hear it. Do I believe either of these two can win a Premier or Champs? No. They don't. And when I say that, they don't have to win it now. I look at Ten Hag and go, do I believe you can win a Premier League or Champions League in the future? No. Now, if we were to get an Amorim, do I believe Amorim can win a Premier League or Champions League in the future? Yes. Do I believe Hansi Flick could win a Premier League or Champions League in the future? Yes. Same way you sign players. When you signed Haaland, the aim was, the question was, do we believe Haaland can score goals for Manchester City? Yes. This is why you signed him and didn't sign Nathan Redmond.
Yeah, all right.
But you say you like Doku, so maybe you would sign Nathan Redmond. But that's the point I make.
Doku. He's going to be cooking this season. I'm going to remind you.
Yeah, man, I've watched him, man. He's cooking, man. Yeah. He's cooking with no gas. But the point I'm making is I look at it like that. You sign a player thinking he's going to do well. You signed Savio because you looked at him and went, Savio will be successful here. Savio can help us win major trophies here. This is why you signed Savio and didn't go and sign Timo Werner.
Yeah.
A reason for that.
Okay.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I hear the different perspectives, and I could never see it the way you see.
Outrageous. Yeah, respect Nathan Redmond. You know what? To Nathan Redmond, I apologize. You miles better than Doku. That is facts.
Wow. Yo, YG, get the heck out of here.
Yeah, Jez, you're real. Yeah, real one.
Yo, your mod should be revoked. Don't do that.
Jez, I don't even like Jez, but Jez is cooking.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Okay, let me write that down because YG is another one.
Man. When's the last time Doku? He ain't played well for you lot all season. But hey,
Doku played well last game. What are we doing here?
West Ham.
YG, yes.
Hey, no, he didn't, man. You just be gassing it, yo. You need to come watch. When City play, you need to come watch the game.
Oh, trust me. When
you need to come watch the game when City playing.
We'll
in the
be
league.
there.
And we see him hit the first man time and time again. We was cracking jokes about it. Oh, Doku's on the ball. They ain't got nothing to worry about. They dead end, hit the first man, goal kick. The whole 9 straight into the keeper's hands.
Oh my gosh.
Rubbish. It's rubbish.
All right.
Your worst winger by a mile.
He's City's worst winger?
Yes. It's your worst wide player by a mile.
Margins, though.
Mile.
He's so good to the rest. It's like margins.
No, he's ain't no margins. He's miles behind any of them.
I'm gonna go. If we're going playing out on the wing, Bernardo.
Yeah.
Savio.
Yeah.
Doku. Grealish.
Grealish is better than him. So Foden's better out there too.
No, Foden centrally. I'm not putting him.
No, but Foden plays centrally, but he's a better wide player than Doku.
And
hey, chat. You can
stop it.
Chat.
No, Flawless. You know why Flawless is doing this? Flawless knows that I got to bounce. So now he's hit me with this convo. He's hit me with this convo because he knows that I can't.
It's not even a convo. I'm just gonna say, chat. You can sign a left winger, and you have Foden or Doku to choose from. Who are you playing?
That's unfair.
Left winger.
Yeah, you're talking
Callum
about
Joe is
talking about Phil Foden, player of the year.
Yeah, you just said he's not. I'm saying he is.
No, I like Foden centrally.
No, Foden, I agree. Foden is miles better centrally. But is he a miles better winger than Doku? Yes.
No.
Yes.
On the wing, I'd rather have Doku.
Yeah, sure.
I would.
Yeah, I don't even.
And actually, between Grealish and Doku, you see how Grealish is playing right now? He's more direct. He's more aggressive. You know why? Because he's got Doku over his shoulder, or Doku was starting before Grealish, right? Doku was playing, and he's like, "Yo, I gotta fix up."
He's helping out.
Doku's that guy, and I'm gonna remind you after this international break.
You know what Doku is? Doku, you watch Dragon Ball Z. Doku's the hold him off till Goku gets here crew. That's what Tien and Krillin and them, man. That's what he is.
Flawless.
Vega, I know you gotta go. Link Vega's channel, links in the title. Let them know where they can find you, Vega.
You know what to do. Listen, this convo ain't going anywhere. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back next week. But if you want to catch me in the middle of the week, all right, find me on YouTube. Go into the search bar. It's real easy. Even in the description, you can see my channel. But go
Links,
in the
no,
search
links
bar.
in the title, people. It's
The
literally in the
the
title
link
right
is in the
now.
title. Do that.
It's in the
Do
title.
that.
Click it.
Find me. Vader Games. Every sub, be the next sub. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And hey, we have a lot to talk about over this international break. And when this game comes back, when this beautiful game comes back, City are going to be pursuing this possible 5-peat. But it looks like it's another 3-horse race. And I do my best. I do
Before you
my
go,
best. Yeah.
have you changed your mind? I see Liverpool going to be closer to you than Arsenal. Do you think Liverpool will be your closest challengers?
No. Liverpool are going to fall off again.
So still Arsenal.
Still Arsenal. Arsenal have that hunger. Liverpool don't have the hunger. Like, there's too many questions. Mo contract, Van Dijk contract, Trent contract, Allison contract. That's going to get really dicey late in the season. It's going to be messing with some players. They're going to fall off the way they did last year.
Hey, Pops, I need to get you on. Shout out my patience in the building. Be a Liverpool fan. Hey, definitely. Hey, Pops, international break. You follow me on Twitter, Pops. I swear, I don't even know if I know Barnes does. Are you on Twitter? If you do, at me, Pops, because I need to get you on the channel. 110%. I need to get you on the channel.
Make that happen. Make that happen. If you get that call, if you get that message from Flawless, don't turn it down.
Yeah, Pops is my guy. I've been on his chat. I've been on Beijing Reds TV. He says, "Oh, Liverpool don't have the hunger." He's got the list. He said that's noted.
Yeah, note that. They don't have it. Y'all gonna fall off again. Slot. What's you think Slot's gonna do more than your greatest ever Prem manager? You think Slot's gonna just erase what Klopp was able to do last season? I already see the game plan. I see the game plan. You know what? Liverpool viewership was skyrocketed. Everybody was watching games because you know why? Klopp said bye-bye. You know what FSG was like? Run that back, remix it. Let me keep Mo Salah pending. So every Liverpool fan are like, let's see Salah's last game. They're playing that game. The emotions, y'all gonna crash. Unfortunately, y'all gonna crash. But I respect Liverpool. It will be a 3-horse race, but I expect it to be a lot longer of a race with Arsenal. All right, Flawless. Blessed for having me on. I gotta go run to my minions.
Hey, do your thing, man.
Everybody in the chat.
Every single time, fam. Yeah, you already know.
Blessed up, man.
Always next week, man. Catch up with you soon. Right. Shout out to Vaya, man. That's my dog right there. Subscribe to Vaya Games TV. I'll stay on for a little while longer as well, but please subscribe to Vaya Games TV. Run up the likes here. Hit the subscribe button as well. Get your questions in for me. Any United questions before we go. Yo, Pops, are you on socials? I do actually want to get you on. All jokes aside, on the channel. I've not had you or Barnes on. I need to get both of you, man, on. I really, really do. Let me know. And we'll pattern something. 110%. Let's see what else you lot are saying as well. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think so. You're on Twitter. I just need to contact you, my guy. I need not Twitter, Instagram, sorry. I just need to contact you. That's all it is. Let's see what else you lot are saying also. I know we missed some questions. Dunsey, big up for the super chat as well every single time. I don't think I missed anything else. If I did, it's your time. Shout out to Vic. He's always trying to gas up Ten Hag and that. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing of note. Like, let's just clarify that. All right, you on IG? All right, got you. Hey, Sunshine, you gone. Bless up if you have as well. Yo, Flawless, September the 17th. That game we doing on that. What game are you doing on that day since Man United Carabao Cup game and Champions League game is on the same day? Is it? Oh, fuck off. No way is it. Don't piss me off. I'm going to have to do the Barnsley game. I ain't got no choice. Wait, what? Actually, I'm not going to lie. Depends what game it is. Depends what Champions League game's on. Well, I'm checking now. I swear I was on Tuesday the 17th. Oh, no, I'm on it's my like Liverpool. Fuck. Damn. I really wanted to watch Leao still. I'm not gonna lie, I was on Leao watch. I don't watch Serie A. I might watch AC Milan Liverpool, United Barnsley. Oh Lord. Shit. Because I'm doing the schedule. I'm actually doing the schedule for next week after this. I mean, for the month this week. Just need to eat and do that. Oh my God. Why did they have to do this, man? What the hell? Yeah, I might do a double. These fixture lists I've woke. Facts. Have I done a double watch? Yeah. I might just watch both games actually. I might just watch both games still. I might watch both games. I watched the United Barnsley game, but I also watched. Yeah. I'll probably just watch both games. Yeah, it's woke nonsense. Because like I said, I don't get to watch Leao like that. Bruno and Rashford still not good enough. Hey, now Stephanie G, they scoring goals. Like Veta said, they contributing to United scoring 70 league goals this season. So just 68 more to go. Just 68 more to go. That's what I would say. Oh, Villa, is that the early kick? Wait, what day is that? Tuesday. I'll have the Man United pod at that time. Barnsley. Now I'm gonna do both, Joes. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna watch both. I can't. As much as I don't want to watch Manchester United, I'm just gonna be like, yeah. Speaking of Champions League games, which games you planning to do? I'll tell you no. So, 1 second, because me and Jez and Steve were talking about this. AC Milan, Liverpool. The Wednesday, City into Milan. Because Inter Milan started off well. The Thursday, probably be kicking ball, so I ain't doing any on Thursday. I'm playing football. And then I'll let you know the match day 2 is not till October. So I'll probably do, let's see. Shit, 1st of October. Maybe 11, Arsenal PSG. I might do Arsenal PSG. Probably do that. PSG got any players? And then the day after, Aston Villa Bayern. I'll do Villa Bayern. And then following that, 22nd of October, Madrid Dortmund? Probably Madrid Dortmund. And following that, Brest versus Leverkusen. Nah, I'm joking. Probably Barca Bayern, actually. That should be a good game. Shit, for match day 4 is the 5th of November. Ooh, Real Madrid AC Milan. Ooh. Yeah, that's me. That is me on the 5th of November. And then the 6th. Obviously, I talked to Jez and Steve and you lot and see what you lot suggest. In Arsenal, I'll probably do the 6th of November. That should be good. Then the 26th. These are all this is all subject to change, by the way, people. Sporting Arsenal on the 26th. Yeah, I do Sporting Arsenal on the 26th. 27th. Oh, Liverpool, Real Madrid, without doubt. Yeah, 10th of December, this Champions League game's going on. Give me Presta. I just said the Liverpool Real Madrid game. Thing is early. It's November times. And then 11th of December, maybe Dortmund, Barca, Juventus City. Juventus are worth watching, actually. Probably Juventus City. And match day 7, Monaco, Aston Villa. Because it's an early kick, I might do that still. But like I said, all this is subject to change. Because they got Champions League games January, match day 7 and that. Crazy. So, yeah, that's what's going on. All right, let's see. What's going on, man? Give me press that home. All right, final few questions, you lot, man. Final few questions. All right, let's see. I can't believe they have cups and Champions League same day. Beijing Pops, if you don't follow me, 1 will fall out, but 2, make sure you should be. Are you following me on the gram? I'm not following you, because I'm going to hit you up. I need to get some people on over the international break as well. You got Champions League games on Thursday, no conference. Yeah, rope behavior, man. Yeah, it's crazy. What about why the United fixtures? I'm looking here. Because we use some Thursdays, so I might have to miss football. Because 20, Porto away, Fenerbahce away, Bodo Glint at home, PAOK at home, Victoria, I just call them Victoria P. Rangers at home. And then, when's the 8th game? Oh, that's the 8th game, FCSB, the 30th of January. That is mad. You crazy. To the Blue Lion, you need to relax, man. Just chill out. I don't know what you want in the chat. Relax. This guy doing too much. Doing way too much, man. Man, you just got to chill out. But all right, we're going to close out. Is anyone live? Let me know. Let me know, people. Let me know. You know what? I'm not sure if Tony's back. I'm going to reach out to TJ and Tony after this. I'm going to see. Hopefully, they're both about. But yeah, you will get that show tomorrow, Manchester United Arsenal show. Veta mentioned it countless times as well. This show, all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc., people. Spotify. So follow us on Spotify, Sarcasm City TV, Hails with the 5-star. iTunes, 5-star us as well on there. Make sure SoundCloud, hit the follow button as well. 11:30 p.m. tomorrow, we will be doing the United Arsenal show, people. Man United podcast. Going to talk from the Arsenal podcast. Then Thursday, 5 p.m., you get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. On that same day, 11:45 p.m. UK time, Man United, Ballers at the Bridge, talking at Tottenham Talk. Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs show with those two crooks, with Scott Surfer and Jez. And then Friday, 8 p.m., you will get the Man United analysis at Anfield podcast, people. And we're just going to keep the shows rolling over international break. Also, NFL as well. NFL starting. I'm going to do all of that tonight. NFL on the playback. I don't watch NFL. Steve will be holding down the NFL on the Sarcasm City TV playback, people. So NFL watch-alongs over there as well. Run up the likes. Right, we got up to 80 likes. You know, real ones. Go up to 80 likes. All right. And hit the subscribe button as well. Thank God it's international break. You'll also get pro clubs as well. Let me actually drop the link. Go follow the playback. Road to 700 followers over there, people. Because next month as well, NBA starts. So you're going to get NBA watch-alongs over there as well. Please follow the playback. Playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. You see it right there on the screen. Playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or download the Playback app from your store. You get Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs, Europa League watch-alongs, NBA watch-alongs, NFL watch-alongs, UFC watch-alongs, boxing watch-alongs, and pro clubs as well. Gaming content. So much content over there. So if you're a Sarcasm City TV supporter and you're not following the playback, you are not getting all of the content, people. You are not getting all of the content. See it right there on the screen. Premier League, Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup, NBA, NFL, UFC, boxing content, all on the Sarcasm City TV playback. Come on, man. I know the vibes. All right, I think that's it. Been on here for 2 hours. Gonna close out. Who is indeed live? Let me know who's live, people. Let me know who's live. Because I'm literally gonna redirect to whoever. And I know someone's live anyway. But big up to everyone in the chat. You lot are absolute real ones as well. Manchester United fans, long season, man. Strap in. 2 seatbelts. It's gonna be a long ass season. And what is this? I'll send out. But yeah, let me see who is indeed live before we indeed close out. Need to do the schedule and shit for this month as well. And see what games. I can't believe they put them on the same day, man. Don't piss me off. All right. Jacob's live. American Waffle. Is he still live? Yeah, he's just gone live. Through EFC Dub runs. All right, man. I'm going to send him over there. I'm going to send you lot over there. There we go. Jacob's live. See, I just seen he was going live now. But yes, people, this has been the Manchester United, Manchester City show, Man United podcast, Man City podcast, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.